The old. How's it feel, Nikki?
Yeah.
We got our first fish of the day. It is no color yet. I bet I could see him on the camera up front. My rod's bouncing a little bit too. Oh, we got color. We got color.
Snapper.
First snapper of the day. There you go. Second fish hooked up. You got to go hard to get through that. Big old red snapper. I can't see where he's hooked, but I don't know. You go right. There we go. That's the right one. That's the first good one of the day. All right.
I think that's been breaking me off the whole time.
No. We just decided to start diving. We got our red snappers. Well, almost. We want to leave enough to be able to shoot one or two. But flatline just went off. Boat's a mess. Kind of getting everything situated for changing up what we're doing. And what do you got, Rye?
Sailfish.
On a brand new reel. Don't show it. Secret reel. Prototypes. These things come out a long ways before they're ready to be sold. But he is fighting on a stinger rig too. Not ideal situation, but we'll see how it goes. You can put heat to him if you want. I mean, I don't care if we lose him. I don't want to spend all day and kill him. Dude, I'll get some sick shots of that thing in the water. There you go, Rye. Oh, he's way out there. Bottom rod just bounced.
Tarpon.
It's not a tarpon. Oh, look at those jumps. It's coming at us. It's coming at us.
Oh, look at the sail out of the water.
That looks so cool. That thing is feisty. He's gonna jump.
For yourself, he missed it.
Golly. It's coming back at you. This sailfish has jumped more than any sailfish I've ever seen.
I'm a certified marlin fisherman now.
What do you got to say to Perry Osmond about this?
Try that in a small town.
You think you're ready to go on the sea and double? Get in the chair?
Nah, it's not for me. Oh, look at that hook track. Oh. Alright.
Nice sailfish on the stinger rig. Right, see if you can get that hook off his bill. There we go, it's off, it's off. Can't see where the hook is. Oh, it's right there.
Your pliers ready?
Yeah, I'll do pliers.
Or do you hook her?
Pliers would be better. Just don't want that.
Good. I do not know where the line is, so.
Bro, you want your sailfish?
Is he tired yet?
Yep. Let him go. Ready to let him go, or you want him for a picture or anything?
Let him go, let him go,
Get
let
a
him
cool
grow.
blue water pic with the boat if I got in the water. That sailfish was a nice little surprise after some bottom fishing. We had the flat line out thinking we were going to maybe get a kingfish or something. And a sailfish smoked a live threadfin on a stinger rig, which is a J hook. And then behind that, there's a treble hook, because a lot of times the kingfish will come up and cut the bait in half. And don't get too many sailfish on the stinger rig, but it happens from time to time. And we got a real nice one today. Luckily, it didn't swallow it, because that stinger rig could definitely do some damage. That treble hook was in the bottom jaw and the J hook was hooked on the bill. So camera turned off, kind of annoyed about that. We had some really good video of the sailfish swimming, but now it's spearfishing time. And you can see from where we are that there's some life in the water. Those are all spade fish. That's one of my favorite things to see when I get in the water is a big school of spade fish, because it normally means there's snapper, amberjack, cobia. It's just the sign of life. And I'm pretty much just foreshadowing and talking about the fish we're going to see in this video, but you can see tons of amberjacks. Typically when I'm diving, if I get in on a spot and there's a lot of amberjacks, I won't shoot one right away, because they're probably not going anywhere, and there's other fish that will, such as this snapper. This is a big mangrove snapper. Nick and I both dove down on it at the same time. Nick was a little closer. He got a nice shot off on it, and this was a very, very big mangrove snapper. This one was just over 12 pounds. I think it was 11 3/4 gutted, and it was pretty packed full of chum, really, but it was a well over 12-pound fish before we gutted it. There's a good look at that one there. You can just see the sheer size of those. These aren't your inshore mangroves. They are a whole lot bigger, but we got something even wilder coming up. This is something that I've never, ever done before on one of the strongest fish I spearfish. Now, it's no secret that amberjacks are strong. People fight them on rod and reel, and they are just back-breaking fish. They destroy gear. They break you off. They put you in wrecks. They put you in reef on the bottom. And I'm dropping into all these spade fish, hoping to see some big snapper or a cobia snapper or something like that. And I just see this wall of amberjacks coming towards me. And I dove around for a little bit before this, hadn't seen any snapper, so I decided it's time to start putting some jacks in the boat. I pick out the one I'm going to shoot, I line up the shot, and then last second, I angled the gun to line up the shot on the fish behind it also. I swear it was on purpose. A lot of people would probably think it was on accident, but I'll show you that clip again here, slowed down, and you can see that I don't ever shoot my gun like this. The only reason I shot my gun like this is because I slid one hand up to kind of pivot the gun down, but you can see the power of these fish when Nick breaks the surface. He comes up and he's pulling on the line, he gets yanked right back down.
What's better than shooting one amberjack? Shooting two, baby!
Here's that same clip again slowed down. Normally when I shoot the gun, I have one hand on the handle and the trigger and the other hand at the back of the gun to stabilize it. Here I have one hand in the front of the gun to kind of act as a fulcrum so I could pivot the gun on that. It took a while to fight them. They kind of fought each other. They fought us. Sandbar was trying to nip at it, but luckily it wasn't too aggressive. Didn't get him at all. And we ripped him up. Took a little while, and both Nick and I pulling on him, but we got the fish up, and then it was time to hop in the boat and finish him off.
Hang on, let me gaff that one. Here,
That was easy. Okay.
What was that, a sandbar jag?
Yeah. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it was on already. Double tap. Actually, it wasn't a double tap. Single tap, double fish. All right. I'll throw them in the cooler. Right? So now we're back in the water. And I didn't mention it before, but if you see my videos, you know I do not scuba dive. I've done it a couple times. I'm not comfortable doing it. This is all free diving, meaning we're holding our breath. There's no extra air. We have fins, mask, snorkel, wetsuit, and a weight belt to help you sink
to the desired buoyancy. And that's about it. The rest comes from just remaining calm, different breathing techniques, and I went down on this one and spotted the man in the gray suit. The tax man, the shark. Now, this shark had some followers, some nice cobia, and I have not seen a keeper cobia in a while. There's been a lot of borderline fish, but that one was a good one. I took my time, lined up a good shot. I knew I hit it solid, and when I'm shooting cobia with a regular spear, as opposed to the power head, I like to first off get a good shot, like a head shot like I did there, and shooting down is my favorite way. Cobias have incredibly hard heads, and if you get a close shot shooting down using gravity as your friend, a lot of times you can get a really good shot on the fish. That's definitely not going to come out. And what I like to do is let the cobia just go. Just kind of don't put a lot of pressure on it. Fight it almost as though it was on a fishing rod, because if you pull hard, that cobia is going to pull harder. It's going to start doing death rolls, and that's when it gets eaten by a shark. I played him out, brought him to the top. You can see he was nice and tired, and I was able to land a really nice big cobia. This cobia was a 37 pounder, my first one of the year, and I was pumped about it. As soon as I had the chance, I grabbed my dive knife. It's that sword dive knife I've been using, still loving it. Put the knife in him, killed him. That way the fish is not going to come back to life like cobias are notorious for doing, and beating me up and making the fish suffer longer than it needs to. It's just a better way to do it. It's got a couple of thrashes in there, but talk to anyone that's spearfished and they will tell you cobia are an incredibly hard fish to kill. This shows you how hard those skulls are, though. I could not get the spear out of this thing. It was stuck good. Had to bring it in the boat and then get it off the shaft in the boat.
You can't get it? Alright, just get a hand in his gills and pull him in.
Nice cobia. Haven't got one of them in a while.
Cobia is done. It's in the cooler, and we're still in the same spot. We dove for about 1 hour. It was a weird day. We went through a couple storms. It would get cloudy and windy, and then it would get nice again. But we're still in the same spot, and the amberjacks are still around. We already got a couple in the boat. I think Nick got one, or Nick got a couple fish too. I didn't get on video. Luckily, those amberjacks were still around, and I have my go-to gun, which does that. The El Rolo shot. I'm very comfortable shooting this gun. I love it. It's my Koah 120 Euro. If you want to check out this gun or any other dive gear, check out Florida Freedivers. And now we're going to see something that this is what spearfishing is all about. It's not the shooting of the fish. I mean, I love shooting fish. It's a lot of fun. I like the hunting aspect of it. But more than anything, I can be in the water and just swimming with the fish forever. This school of spadefish was the perfect way to end a really fun day on the water. I mean, we had fishing, we had a sailfish, bottom fishing, diving, a double shot, sharks, cobia. I mean, it was pretty much everything we could ask for. And then to finish it off with this cool ball of spadefish kind of hiding around me, it was just an awesome day on the water. Thanks a lot for watching the video.